Did you know that your social media profile can affect the outcome of your visa application? And so you're asking, do immigration officers review the social profile of, visa applicants or visitors to their country? The answer is yes. Now, most visa applications, particularly if you're applying to, let's say, the US, would require you to provide, information about your social media handles, or maybe any website or page, or anything about your social presence online. Yes, you're required to volunteer that information. They're going to ask if you would like to share, and then if you say yes, you would now include the handle, the page where you can be found. And of course, once you have volunteered that information, they can go and review your social media page. Now, when they review your page, trust me, imagine that someone was trying to check you out. You applied for a job and then someone decided, okay, let me check out what they have been up to. Let me just go. They're going to go and try and be checking out to see if there are any inconsistent information from that which you have presented to them. And so you see how your social media can actually affect your visa application. For example, you have, most times I see people don't update their profile. You say you've worked in a particular place, and then by the time you're showing up for your visa interview, it's a completely different, information that you have provided. You want to ensure that your social media is actually updated. And then you also want to be careful about the things that you post. When I see people online who maybe bully other people, or maybe like post hateful comments, or they're out there abusing people, or just posting things that do not align with whoever they say that they are. Now, they do check. So when you're going about insulting presidents of other countries, you're applying to the US, whereas maybe 2 days before you applied, you were insulting the American government and trashing, everything that they represent. Now, imagine that you show up for an interview, and then this person who is interviewing you, or who is in charge of maybe assessing you, had reviewed your social media handle, and then seen the hateful comments that you have directed, or maybe the strong. Yes, you are allowed to have your opinion, but you must understand that most times opinions, actually offend people in ways that you may not even know. So as much as possible, unless maybe that's what you do want to, limit your involvement in things that do not align with your person, or will not help you in any way. Most times people, even you realize that someone is out there voicing an opinion that they don't benefit from in any way. You're voicing an opinion that is not paying bills, it's not paying your bills, it's not adding to who you are. You're just out there insulting people and just putting yourself in a way that is unpleasant. Now, imagine that someone is looking for a reason to deny your visa, and then they go in there and see some kind of cyberbullying, some kind of you defaming someone, you coming across in a way that does not agree with whatever position or whoever you say that you are. They are going to form their opinion based on what they perceive, from your social media handle. And they are also looking for inconsistent information, including comments. Yes, comments that you make on your own blog posts that you make, and even comments that you make on other pages, if they're able to view it. So you would ask, okay, if I don't volunteer that information, they probably would not know. Well, possibly if you have your name under a different, alias, maybe you have a different name that is not connected to you. But it's normal for them to, like if you showed up, it's like someone comes for an interview, or maybe someone mentions someone's name, and then I'm trying to know who they are. The easiest place for me to go find them is on the internet. So unless maybe your name is Joe Paul, and then you're on social media with the name Ocean, okay, you can get away with it because that's not connected to you in any way. But imagine that I was going to look for this Joe Paul, and then I go on the internet and I find something leads me to you, and I find that you as Joe Paul, you're the one fronting yourself as Ocean. I'm going to be judging you as Ocean, and then I'm going to be seeing all the activities that you have put out there. I'm going to be assessing you. Based on that, I'm going to be looking for inconsistent information that I think may affect your visa application, and I will judge you based on that. So it's the same thing. If you do not provide that information, of course they would not have it. But I would always say volunteer certain information. Like if they tell you, okay, do you want to provide your social media page? Like most people are on social media. If you're not on social media, it's okay. But most people are there. It's okay for you to say, okay, I'm providing my LinkedIn, page. You go view it, and then of course you go and update your LinkedIn page to the current, to make it current and consistent with whatever position that you claim. If you say you work in a particular place, you want to update your profile to actually show that yes, you do work in that place. So you want to be careful about the content that you post on social media, because it can affect the outcome of your visa application. Also, when you are arriving in a country, imagine that you arrive in a country and you like that you were going to go back home, and then by the time you get there, you know that you're not going back home, whereas maybe on your social media page someone has gone to tell you, oh, I wish you safe stay in the US and the new job that you have gotten, something that is inconsistent. Then you arrive at the port of entry, they're trying to decide, okay, this man, who is he? And then they decide to go and Google your name, and then they see that someone has wished you farewell in your new journey or that you have relocated to the United States of America. What do you think is going to happen? Do share with someone who needs to see this. Don't keep it to yourself. If you've learned something, share it with someone else. And then I hope that it was useful. If you liked it, hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel, because that's how I'll keep showing up on your timeline. So thank you very much for joining me, and do have a good day.